Ladies and lady boys, I present to you guys the AK, one of the most iconic and notorious rifles in existence. A rifle so simple a child could use it, and they do. But do you know how to use one? Don't worry about it, it's alright. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the bare minimum you need to know about how to use the AK rifle. So, sit back, relax. She's not a bad texter, she's just not interested, and let us begin the video. To start our basics off, we will be discussing the safety selector. Now, it is going to be located on the right hand side of the rifle, and it's this lever right there. And the way it works is you'll have a shelf right in the front portion of it, and all you do is you flip it up for safe and down for fire. Now, you do have a middle position, and this isn't going to be relevant to about 99.9% of you guys watching, but if you did flip it right there, this would be for your fun area. And if you have the DLC package for this firearm, you'll be able to make use of it. But in the semi-automatic versions, and for everybody else, it's just gonna stay semi-automatic. So whenever it's in this position or on the lowest position, doesn't really matter. It's all gonna be semi-automatic. And in essence, that's everything you really need to know about actuating the safety selector. Again, up is safe, down is fire. That's it. Next, we'll be talking about changing out magazines. The AK uses a rock and lock method when it comes to securing the magazines. And the way you would take out an AK magazine is with this lever right there. What you're gonna do is you're going to press on this lever while holding the magazine and rocking forward. And that's how you would take a magazine out. Now, to insert the magazine, it's the same thing except in reverse. You're going to come in at an angle, and then what you're going to do is you're going to rock back until it clicks into place. You don't have to do any pushing or any tugging like that after the magazine's inserted. Once it's rocked and locked, it's set and ready to go. And that's how you insert and remove an AK magazine. Once a new magazine is inserted, you're then going to have to charge the rifle. And you'll notice the charging handle is going to be on the right hand side of the rifle. Now, people go about it in a lot of different ways. Some people like going underhanded, like that. Some people like going over. And some people like using their right hand. In my opinion, it really doesn't matter. Just do what's most comfortable to you and what you train for the most. And I would advise whenever you do actuate the charging handle, you pull back and then you let go. I wouldn't advise you follow the charging handle forward. You may induce a malfunction. To load your AK magazines, they're just like AR-15 magazines. They're double stack, double feed. So basically, you just take your rounds, and let's focus in, take your rounds, push it down, and they seat right up, just like that. So, yeah, easy peasy. To use the AK iron sights, they use a rear U-notch front sight post arrangement. And the way I like to think of them is they're almost like pistol iron sights, right? So you just line everything up wherever the top of the front sight post is sitting on is more or less what you're going to be aiming at. Now on the rear sight leaf, what you're going to notice is there are a bunch of numbers right there. And these represent hundreds of meters. So 1 for 100 meter, 2 for 200 meters, so on and so forth. And the way you would actuate it or go to those range settings is you would just move it around with this button right there, and you can set your elevation. Now you'll notice at the very bottom there's this P right there. Hopefully it's focused enough for you guys to see it, but there's a P right at the bottom right before the 100 meter mark, and sometimes it's a P, sometimes it's an N, an S, whatever the case, there's going to be a symbol right before the 100 meter. This is considered your battle zero, and the idea is that you're going to set the rear sight leaf to that battle zero setting, and you're going to aim at sort of the belt buckle line of your target, and from 100 to about 300 meters you should more or less hit center mass of your target. So if you're not going to be doing any sort of precision shooting, I would definitely set it at the battle zero and just set it and forget it. Another thing I need to mention is to adjust the front sight post, you do need a specific AK front sight post tool in order to adjust it. Now, I do have one, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, I just can't find it. I'll probably post a picture of it on here or something like that. But you use the front sight tool to push the front sight post. It can go left or right, and you can go left or right, up and down, and you can change for minute zeroing adjustment purposes. As far as gripping the AK goes, the common sense thing is grip it at the handguard. But you also have people who like to grip it from the mag well as well. And either way, it works just fine. You can grip it here, no issue. You can grip it here, no issue. I wouldn't say gripping it from the magazine is the best option out there. It's not the most comfortable either. So I'll definitely stick it to here and here. There's no right or wrong answer, by the way. It's just a personal preference thing. Now, one thing to note when it comes to actually gripping the AK with your support hand is the AK has a lot of exposed barrel, a lot of exposed action areas. And whenever the AK is firing, this area tends to get extremely hot. And you really don't want to touch this area. And one thing that gets a lot of people is this ring right here. These are the handguard retaining areas, and you really don't want to touch or grip any of this area whatsoever. It's gonna seriously burn you. So I do advise just keep your hands away from that area. If you're doing a magwell grip, there's no real issues of that happening. Maybe this area might get a little bit warm, but you shouldn't get burned or anything of that nature. But long story short, just keep your hands on the wood or keep your hands on the magwell. That simple. And with that, those should be the bare minimum you need to know about how to operate an AK rifle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it fairly entertaining. I know it wasn't the most in-depth thing possible, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood like literally the bare minimum you need to know about how to use this rifle. Of course, there's going to be a lot of things I left out, and potentially I'll make another video about this. But if there's anything that I should have mentioned, anything I could have added to this video, let me know in the comment section down below. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you do enjoy this kind of content, be sure to check out my other videos. And if you do want to contact me, I do have an Instagram page and a Discord page where it's a bunch of guys right there to kind of talk about guns, show off their guns, and it's a good way to connect with, I guess, other viewers of my channel. But without further ado, thank you guys, and have a good rest of your day. Zixion.